Good afternoon. I want to thank the FDA for allowing me to make a public comment today. My name is Kathryn Shasha, and I am the director of a documentary film project called Inner U Undiagnosed. I am not paid to be here today, but instead I am here on behalf of over 30,000 women in side effect forums that I have come across through my research. The one thing that I was struck by in your mention of today's events was the phrase, most people don't have adverse events from heavy metals. That phrase suggests a false sense of safety. While you may not have meant it to be, that phrase is dismissive. Many people who smoke cigarettes don't get lung cancer, but that hasn't stopped the NIH, the FDA, and the Public Health Service from waging war against smoking. Yet there is no similar war being waged against metal toxicity due to these metal implants. It's the absence of that war which has compelled me to stand here before you today. This slide, the only slide I brought, contains a comparison. In the black type are clinical manifestations of Wilson's disease. The blue portion are the adverse effects that women in social media forums are experiencing with their copper IUDs. The similarities are undeniable. Even though these women do not have a genetic predisposition for Wilson's disease, they are demonstrating the symptoms of excess accumulation of copper in the liver, brain, and other organs. Women are reporting these adverse effects to their doctors only to be told that they cannot be related. They are being misdiagnosed, ignored, and patronized. This is a specific concern in the heavy metal toxicity field. The absence of adverse reporting prevents us from knowing the extent of the problem. We can do better than this. We urge the FDA to compel the manufacturers of these devices to complete state-of-the-art post-marketing studies overseen by the NIH to accurately determine the incidences of heavy metal toxicity as it is occurring in copper IUDs. We also request that the FDA notify the public and alert the medical community to the risk of metal toxicity with copper IUD use and provide an overview of the symptoms of heavy metal toxicity in a public statement, a press release, and a public service announcement so that patients and their doctors of these and other metal devices can begin to recognize their source of symptoms. And finally, we request a black box warning for copper IUDs. Women are not being informed of the risks of metal toxicity due to this device, and something needs to be done to change that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shasha.